Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Good Morning Soul. And today, we're talking about a little song by a guy named B.o.B. And I've talked about before how even though garbage people are garbage people, they can make good music. And some people think the earth is flat, but they can still make good music. And I know a lot of people right there, like B.o.B. As an artist, they think, oh, well, B.o.B. like fucking sucks. Like the Airplanes guy, like he either makes radio shit or they don't even know what he did after that. But B.o.B. like despite being like, sometimes he's put out actually some good work. Like if you look at Underground Luxury, like there's some really good tracks off of that. I know We Still in This Bitch and Headband caught on with people, but he's like put out a lot of songs that are like that. If you like those two songs, he has like albums worth of material that's like that quality. And a good example of that is this track, Cranberry Moonwalk, from that album. Came out in 2013 going on 2014, which the end music video or the end clip of the song, like it samples a interview, but it's a really shitty interview. I'll talk about that when I get to it. But the idea of the song is like, it's basically just a feel good, like B.o.B. bragging about usual rapper shit. And then the hook guy, the featured artist, Mike Fresh. I don't know anything about Mike Fresh. He is kind of just given the environment. He's kind of like laying the foundation for the song. And this was produced by Big Czar, FKA, and B.o.B. B.o.B. Has some producing work. That's pretty cool. But I like the opening hook of this thing is so like beautiful. Like we have this like little like guitar thing going on where it's like the opening of the song. That is the wrong song I just played. Yeah, this little guitar part is so melodic and so like atmospheric. And then we get Mike Fresh, and he's the part that he opens up with is, if we're gonna smoke, gonna do it out the jar. If we're gonna ride, gotta drop the top on the car. Drop topping before it was even a thing. B.o.B. the first to drop top. I pull it to the side. You don't mind if I play my guitar? We're just staring at the stars trying to figure out who we are. Oh, cranberry moonwalk, cranberry moonwalk. Very, very sexy hook. Very melodic song just because of that hook. Like, I like the way it's paired with the guitar section, how he even references a guitar. You know, obviously this would be a much more concise, listenable song if it was about something, if B.o.B. was rapping about whatever, like Mike Fresh is singing about, but it's whatever. Like, it's not about the lyrics here, it's about the music, it's about the, you know, environment, it's about like, what are you using this song for? And I love the track title, Cranberry Moonwalk. That is a sexy ass title. I like these like Owl City kind of track titles where it's like it doesn't make any goddamn sense, and it's kind of just like two like these riff-raff style track titles where it's like, oh, let me just pair cranberries, like that. Cranberries make you feel good, and then moonwalk, like that's a sexy action. It's like, let me just put a sexy noun and verb together, and it's like, ooh, cranberry moonwalk. That's my track title. What do you think about that? I fucking love it. Then we get into B.o.B.'s verse, which is, you know, his flow on this is actually really good. Like, I know that there are some really cringy bars in here that we're gonna get into, but the way he's rapping it kind of negates those bars. So he starts off, he's like, this shit amazing. 17 ships, gotta calculate it. Paid for tuition, that's a graduation. Killing those presidents, that's assassination. I smoke a half a acre, bang that bitch in her baby maker. Look, I ain't no baby maker. She was hanging so tight I had to amputate her. Like, I got shit to do. Ball up, pour up, twist a few. But hey, I've been running this shit so long. I'ma fuck around there and blow out a hip or two. Like, that's a workout. She twerked so hard she done twerked out. And I swear this freak bitch ride my wave so long. She know how to surf now. So some cringy lines in there, like I was talking about. Like, this freak bitch ride my wave so long. She know how to surf now. That's pretty cringy. But I like the line like, killing through the presidents, that's assassination. Like spending his money. Like that's a good reference. Bang that bitch in her baby maker. Look, I ain't no baby maker. That's a terrible line. That's terrible. But like the way he flows on this is very, very impressive. Like the part where he's ball up, pour out, twist a few. Like it's an interesting flow. Then we repeat that hook again, very same sexy hook. It's got a couple more instrumentation in the background now. Then the second verse, I'm throwing that lumber at yo baby mama. I'm smoking that Afghan. I call that a sama. I got my own lane, but I ain't got no genre. No genre is like his label that he put together. So like that's a fun little reference there. I'm shitting on motherfuckers. You might need a plunger. Terrible line. Worst line I've heard in a minute. No, I ain't got no worries. No drama, no drama, no drummer, no drama. And I'm whipping that Rari Honda, Honda. And we deep like 300. From the east side, yes, I keep it 100. Go in my weed hydroponic. That chronic, that chronic, that chronic, that chronic. Referencing hydroponic, which was the prefaces, or kind of like the origin word for chronic. If people like ever want to know how the word chronic came to be, it came from the word hydroponic, and Snoop Dogg and all those guys were just saying it wrong. And after that he says, anything you done did, yes, I've done it, I've done it, I've done it, I've done it. And they think that they do, but they don't want it, don't want it, it don't want it, don't want it. How does he even say that in the song? Cause I just butchered that. And then I done it. Okay, he said that much better than I did. But yeah, you can kind of see the flow on there that I was talking about. That was that terrible line. Ape, a bitch and her baby maker. So even that line, like he said it like to the point where like I don't even think about how terrible it is. Amputated, I'm like, to do. It's been so long. Yeah, it's a very melodic song despite my gripes on it. But then we get into the bridge, which is like just kind of like, watch me put in work. Yeah, I put in work. I got these mad because I did it first. Get your feelings hurt. And he kind of just repeats that. But it's a very sexy outro, like pulling it up now, like Honda. Got that cliche deep voice thing. Very moonwalk. And then we get the outro of the song, which is kind of like the guy saying, it's 2013 going on 2014. What is next in your career? Like, and then, which first off, way to date your fucking song. Like that, it's been 5 years and now I cringe hearing that part. But not only that, but like for him to say, he gives like a politician, a politician, you know, when they like change whatever the fuck you were asking about to whatever they wanted to fucking talk about. Like he was like, what's next in your career? And he's like, well, he's like, I was talking to someone and they were saying like, how I really need to, everyone's looking at me like I really need to understand and make music. But before I can do that, I need to understand people. And before I understand other people, I need to understand myself. So I'm in that self-discovery process. Like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't you just say that? Like, oh, I'm just trying to discover who I am and by thus make good music. Like, I hate when they, like, rappers especially, like, they'll use clips from interviews, like, in their songs, but it would be, like, a really shitty interview, and, like, it really humanizes them and makes them look dumb, like, oh, here I am looking like this larger-than-life character, like, really, like, on this song, like, he sounds fucking cool despite his cringy bars, and then it's like, oh, here he sounds just looking dumb as fuck, like, talking like every other person. It's like, oh, why would you do that? Like, what is the point of doing that? But again, when I listen to these songs, I'm not breaking down the lyrics. I'm not like going, did that motherfucker just say baby maker and rhyme it with baby maker? I'm not thinking about that. Like, I'm just listening. Like, I'm letting the sound pour into me. And the sound on this thing is so melodic and it's so ear grabbing. Like, I love the guitar. I love it's such a feel good song. Like, obviously this song was being made for certain kind of environments. Like, there's so many references to smoking and all that. So this is a song for that crowd, and it achieves something there. And I really like the song for just being like this sexy, like, well put together song with like some really good flow. And even though there is no like important likeness, I don't know how to describe it, there's no like merit to the song, it's still super catchy and it does what it tries to achieve. Anyway, those are my thoughts on B.o.B's Cranberry Moonwalk, which, just say that aloud to yourself. Cranberry Moonwalk. That's so fun to say. Anyway, thank you for listening as always, guys. I'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Good Morning Soul, and until then, with that, I leave you.